Hey guys, it's Spilly and welcome back to Spill Sesh. Today we're talking about everything that was crazy that went down this week, from Emma Chamberlain and her boyfriend Tucker making their first big public appearance together, My Life as Eva getting called out for calling out Brent Rivera, and Shane Dawson and Rylan getting some major hate for their baby news. Let's get into it. Let's start with Emma and Role Model, a cute little positive little story. This past weekend was the Oscars, in case anyone didn't hear about it. Totally taint, nothing crazy happened at all. There wasn't like a slap that was heard across the world or anything like that. But anyway, following the Oscars is a very iconic party. It is the Vanity Fair after party, and in attendance was Emma Chamberlain. She brought along her boyfriend, Role Model, or Tucker, and they publicly walked the carpet together and posed for photos. And everyone online that loves Emma or knows Role Model was freaking out because of the fact that Emma has been extremely private about her relationship. She was recently rumored, but not really rumored because everybody knew it was her in his new music video. She just didn't turn around the entire time, but everybody just knew it was her. And people thought that was the best we were ever gonna get of them publicly confirming that they were together. But man, were we wrong, because she brought him along as her date to the Vanity Fair after party, and they were so cute taking pictures together, content that we literally never get because these two are so private. But I totally understand why, and this was definitely a treat for all of her fans and his as well, and they looked so good and so cute, and so I just wanted to throw that in there because it was definitely a big shocker for everyone that cared. Anyway, let's get into something that honestly is pretty cringy, and that is that Ava from My Life as Ava is getting called out for a comment that she made in a recent video with Charlie Jordan, Bryce Hall, and Harry Jowsey. It was titled Truth or Dare Jenga with Bryce, Harry, Ava, Charlie. It was posted on Charlie Jordan's channel, but oh my goodness, you guys, Ava was getting called out the most in the freaking comment section. I saw clips of this video going around on TikTok, but one in particular had tons of comments like, why didn't she just pass? Why didn't she just drink her drink? Why did she answer the question? This is so messed up. And I was like, how messed up can this really be? And then I watched it and I was like, oh wow, poor Brent Rivera, like that sucks. So these four were playing Truth or Dare with Jenga blocks, and each block had either truth or dare, and it was written on there, and if you didn't want to do it, then you would have to like take a sip of your drink. Easy enough. Ava pulled the truth card, and well, the question basically asked which influencer was not good in bed, and of course she freaking should have sipped her drink, but no, she answered it. I don't know why she didn't pass. Maybe she was looking to get into drama, but yikes, you guys. She answered the question and she said it was Brent Rivera. And man, was that so freaking uncomfortable. As soon as she said she was gonna answer it, I was like, no, why? I mean, it was like tea, but no.
Worst influencer in bed award goes to...
Oh.
Drinker, answer it. I want to do it to him.
I'm a focus king.
I'm gonna say it.
Okay.
I'm gonna say Brent. Because he lacks experience. That's all it is. That's all it is. He lacks experience. He can
What?
He can get there someday.
Brent Rivera?
You're a brave woman for answering.
When did that happen?
The last 5 years.
I did not know.
Really?
Wow. Congrats.
I mean, or just sorry.
The comments thought she definitely should have taken a sip of her drink instead of answering because it was pretty rude and uncomfortable and just so messed up. They said, I felt like the Brent part was unnecessary. It's not that hard to drink and not right to share online. It's always the ones who say they want to spread positivity then do that. So patronizing too. I feel so bad for Brent. She could have taken a sip. Bruh, she didn't have to do that to Brent. She could have easily drank her drink and not answer. Same, I found that effed up because if the roles were reversed, I know she wouldn't have liked that. Yeah, literally she had an option to not answer, but just wanted to put his business out there. So messed up for reals. She could have just sipped. Worst influencer in bed? Ava was bad for that, especially someone who preaches positivity. Ava should have just drank to who is the worst in bed. Like, imagine how Brent would feel. Ava just blasted his personal information on the internet. Like, he probably trusted Ava with that. I feel bad for Brent, not gonna lie. Ava was wrong for answering worst influencer in bed question. That was effed up. So obviously Ava has a reputation of spreading positivity. That's like the message of her channel and her content. So for this is definitely not positive, girl. I don't know what you were thinking, but yikes is all I have to say. And we're moving on from this yikes to another yikes. And that is because we're talking about Shane Dawson and Rylan Adams, because people are losing their minds, you guys, literally losing their minds over the fact that these two are about to be fathers. In a previous video I made this week, I mentioned that Shane and Rylan had made a whole video announcing that they were making massive steps to move along in the process of having a baby together. They answered a ton of questions about the future of their family, saying they're documenting everything in hopes that their future child will one day be able to watch all of this, them trying to bring them into the world and such. And the video was posted for a couple days before I actually heard people talk about it. Literally, it was posted and I saw it like 2 days later and no one had said anything yet. But of course, once the internet found out about it, they were not happy about it. Papa's had actually tweeted out saying Shane Dawson and Rylan Adams reveal they've chosen an egg donor for their baby. And wow, the responses to this were very, very similar to the responses that Trisha Paytas has been getting on a ton of her TikToks, her YouTube videos, her Instagram posts. Literally, Trisha announcing that she was pregnant and actually about to have a baby was basically the same as Shane and Rylan saying that they've picked an egg donor. People tweeted out saying, now who allowed Shane Dawson to have a kid? And a lot of people quote tweeted Papa's and said, is it possible to call CPA on a child that hasn't even been born yet? Shane Dawson and Trisha Paytas reproducing in the same year. This is the worst timeline. People even trolled about the cat situation. If you guys remember the cat joke that Shane made, well, the joke that some people think was serious, but people said, would the donor happen to be a cat by any chance? Is the donor a cat? Now, whatever you guys may think about these two having a baby, I will say that I'm more than positive that because of these comments they received from this news being announced, these two are for sure going to be very private about their child's life and probably about the process going further. They mentioned in their video that they were figuring out how they were going to film once a baby does come into the picture, and Shane clearly says he didn't want his kid to be on camera because he wouldn't be able to handle it if his child was getting canceled. He's like, cancel me, like don't cancel my baby. He just couldn't bear to see that. While Rylan shares that the videos would probably not include their child or not really show their child, but it would include them being dads and showing their lives raising a kid. And he referred to Kristen Cavallari, who posts a lot of her kids but never shows their faces. So it seemed like they already knew they wanted to be pretty private about their family life while still sharing bits and pieces, but I don't know if they're going to be sharing those bits and pieces anymore, because I mean, seriously, people were really not having this at all. Like, at all. I mean, I don't know. I want to know what you guys think, because obviously there are a ton of people that are really excited for them. People are happy that they're doing this. Some people are like, why don't they get married? That's also something that I've been seeing, because the two of them haven't had like a wedding or anything, and I don't think they've made it official.
Oh, that's one of the things. Why? Okay. So
he won't marry me. He proposed. It's like he won't even marry me. It's been how many years we've been engaged? 3 coming up here. We're gonna be married by common law before we get married.
we're not married because I hate weddings, I hate suits. I'm like, what if I don't fit in my suit because of all the crumbles I hate? What about crumbles?
But I mean, there's just a lot of thoughts out there. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below about everything that's going on with Shane and Rylan, and also everything else we talked about today. I mean, I literally cannot get over the Jenga question. What in the world was she thinking answering that question? But I want to hear your thoughts. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.